All right, book creators. This video is going to walk you through some strategies and some ways to create a glossary for your book. Take a look at what we have on the screen here. This is one example of a way that you could have a glossary in your book. So notice how we have a nice text feature here. It's nice and big. There's a picture on this page. Then take a look at what we have here. So this student has identified all of the big words, important things, terms that they are bringing up in their book that you might not already know. One of the big things that I am noticing is that this glossary is in alphabetical order. That is probably the biggest thing that I want you to take away from this. But let's go ahead and add a blank page here and talk about how we can add these things. So I'm going to add a blank page by clicking that plus on the side, if you notice. Then on top, I click that yellow plus and I'm going to add some text. I'm going to type in glossary and I'm going to do some fun things here. I'm going to make it bold so that it really stands out on the page. Now, as you know, I can click the I for information here. And from here, I can change the size of that. If I wanted to, I could go in and change the font as well. Whatever you so choose. So I'm going to set it right here in the corner, I think, because that matches the way the rest of my book is structured. Now let's talk about some of these words that I'm going to be putting in. I'm going to go ahead and make a text box and say one word that I'm going to define as union. You can record your definition many ways. You can hit shift and make a colon. You can use a dash. You notice that other student just used 3 dots. Whatever you please. I think I'm going to use a colon, and I'm going to now include my definition of the union. So the side fighting for the northern states of America. Notice how I capitalize the A in America. I'm even going to take it a step further and bold this word. So what I can do is click done and put this on the page. You can do it one word at a time. So you can do that, add another text box, and maybe say Confederate. And say the side fighting for the South. Southern, I should say, United States. And once again, bold, and be done with that. The nice thing about that is it gives you an opportunity to kind of go back and make sure that your words are in alphabetical order. So I noticed I did union first. That wouldn't be in alphabetical order. Your other option could be to double click that and continue on. So I might even hit space twice or enter twice to give some space between those words, and then go ahead and put in my next words. Maybe it's abolitionist, which I know is not a good example because that is something that should be on the top. So an abolitionist, it's telling me it's wrong. Let me fix that. Someone fighting to get rid of slavery. So notice how on my glossary, the words that I'm putting in here are not people, they're not places, they're vocabulary words, boys and girls. The glossary is a place where you are putting in words that people might not have heard before. We'll get into an index in another video and talk about the type of words that fit in there. But that's just a way of how to set it up, how to make it look, and get it started.